Hello there, world. Bettina Carey here, the founder and CEO of WeEmpowerYourLife.com, the We Empower You community. And I'm so excited to be back here on Wednesday, as that is our normal day when we have these. And it's also available for anyone who'd like to participate with us. And to do so, go to WeEmpowerYourLife.com, click on the calendar tab, and you will get a chance to find our link there. Every week we have these meetings. Today we're going to be featuring a very special guest, Master Nigel Henry. We're going to be talking about flourishing in this economy as opposed to just merely surviving. And I cannot wait to tell you a little bit more about Master Nigel Henry as we get started. First and foremost, though, let me play for you the upcoming summit video. I've done this 1,000 times now, and it's still never any easier.
Ask most anyone if they feel empowered in all areas of their life. If they're honest, they'll likely say no. Hi, I'm Bettina Carey, and I may be only 4'9½", but what I do is big. Dream big, break through, and connect to powerful people like you. And what I'm doing is inspiring and empowering others to break through. No. Shatter their revenue glass ceiling. And I'm here to tell you that We Empower You community is where you're going to want to be. It's a community. It's a membership. It's a movement. And what we're doing is helping you to start and run your online business without doing a thing. We're helping you to find angel investors that you don't have to pay back, to run your own membership program where you don't have to do the work, and so much more. We are here to empower you at the We Empower You Global Summit at the WeEmpowerYourLife.com. Visit us on the web at WeEmpowerYourLife.com or text the word Bettina to 555-888. We'll see you at the summit.
Bit of a promo about the upcoming We Empower You Global Virtual Summit, which is scheduled for September the 8th. And I'm so excited because we actually have some of the speakers that are going to be speaking at the summit right here with us today. And I am also very excited about all of the programming changes that we're going to be having for this particular summit. So as you may recall, this is a 12-hour marathon day from 8:30 a.m. to 8:30 p.m. And we feature more than 24 featured speakers. And this time around, we're going to also be featuring Master Nigel Henry, who will be occupying a lot of the time with us because we're going to be learning about how to flourish in today's economy. And he is a master and a wizard at activating our angel power, the power that we came here on earth to deliver. That's our purpose, our mission, our vision, and all that we came here to do. So I'm so excited to be adding this very interesting program. For those of you who are here today, you're going to get a little taste, a little whiff of what Master Nigel has in store for us coming up in the summit. As well, I am here to say that we are going to bring back a long mentoring session as well. I just was engaged with a group out in West Africa over the last months. This week, I was engaged with a Uganda organization who had 1,600 attending this Inspire event. And so we're reaching across the globe to literally inspire, activate, and to encourage folks to work with one another along the lines of what we deliver at the summit. So with that said, let me turn now my attention to introducing Master Nigel Henry, and I will share my screen once more with a slide that I have for him. And this is a slide that's going to feature him at the summit, and I'm just going to go ahead and formally introduce him. So bear with me one second. Love the share feature when you can actually find it. Hang on a second. Okay, here we go. Scroll down one more. Here it is. Okay, so Master Nigel Henry is typically working directly one-on-one behind the scenes with me, the chief, the ambitious, highly gifted, extraordinary, out-of-the-box individual who has desires or intentions of being known as the number one, the greatest, or the disruptor in my industry or profession, while making a massive beneficial change in the world. Oops. His specific service for which he is highly compensated is engaging me, his client, in a proprietary form of thinking methodology called activation conversations. This typically results in me experiencing sudden massive explosions in my mastery performance and in my capacity for sourcing and contributing insane amounts of value at ludicrous speeds. Master Nigel's activation conversations covers the full gamut of my word, including my life's calling, global impact, business performance, health relationships, and personal lifestyle. Welcome, Master Nigel Henry, to the stage.
All right. Well, greetings, everyone. My work is called activation. So there is motivation, inspiration, transformation, and now there's the new thing called activation. And for those who are new to activation, the philosophy behind activation is that things were built right in the first place. They were designed to work, and you just need to activate them. So I remember my background is software engineering. And back in the day when they had Microsoft, not Windows, MS-DOS, anyone remember that? and you'd buy this MS-DOS for your PC and you'd install it, and then nothing would happen. It just wouldn't work. And so you call up help desk and you're like, hello, I just bought my MS-DOS, whatever version, and it's not working. They said, oh, you require the activation code, Mr. Nigel. Oh, what's the activation code? And then they'd send you this line of code. There's like 16 bits of 16 digits. And then you type it in manually. And when you type it in right, and then press Control-Alt-Delete and reboot your computer, it comes to life. And it made that sound, that Windows sound. So that means the software is on board already, and it's supposed to work, but there might be something interfering with it working. And if you type in the right activation code, it will come to life. All right, so that's the background to activation. And there are some basic principles behind it that when something is activated, it's making a noise, it's putting something out. And so that's really going to be the main shift in tonight's session, is that the audience is going to be active. Yes, I said it. And how do we know the audience is active? Because they're talking. And what I found is that people actually produce more when they're talking, more than when they're listening. And what I found is you can actually be on a Zoom call and have your picture muted out and your microphone muted and not even be present. But if you're on video and you're talking, there's contribution happening. And it turns out that's where the value is in the contribution. So with that said, I would like to begin by asking my audience to start to talk to me. And so who would like to go first? Let me see. And then I have like a 3-second response time. So it looks like Yolanda wants to go first. Oh, see, I'm tuned in.
No problem.
Go ahead. So could you, now, while I have your attention, activation is more potent the deeper my conversation. So a surface conversation like, hi, how you doing? You know, how's your day? It was good. You know how people just talk about the surface. And then a deeper conversation is, hi, my life purpose is X, and my core gifts are Y, and my vision for the planet is Z. That is a deeper conversation. And you can't just have that while you're walking down the street. So in order to activate Yolanda, we're going to ask her some deep questions. So, Yolanda, would you like to introduce yourself by starting with your life purpose?
Sure. My life purpose is to motivate thousands of people, empowering them to know that there is more than just living and occupying space on this earth. I want to make a difference by just telling the world how I changed my life from being a poor little girl to making it happen and becoming the woman I was born to be in my few years of almost 66 years of age.
Awesome. So you covered a few things there, and you reminded me of a slide that I'm going to put in the chat so that everyone can just have access to it. And it's like having the, what do you call that? The menu, not the menu. Yeah.
The essence?
The agenda, so that when I call on you, you're like, oh yeah, I know what he's going to ask me, because I know what the agenda is. So if I can just get this thing out the way here. Okay, I can't get to my screen, so I'm going to type
You also have sharing permissions, so feel free to share anything you like.
Yes, I will be sharing something, but let me just get this. This is called, it's a conversation framework. Conversation. Yes, here it is. And I'm going to post it in the chat so everyone can just bring it up on their browser and they'll see what Nigel's going to ask them. So now I've got to get back to, yes, here we go, chat. In the chat, posting to everybody. Everybody in meeting. Bing. Yes. Does everyone see this link? It says masternigel.com/conversations. If you just click on that, you'll see a diagram. And I'll just do a quick share to share what it should look like. Does everyone see this?
Yes.
Yeah, it says activation conversations framework. And what it is divided up into 4 conversations. And I'll just explain it to you. Most of the time when I meet people, so I go back in the day before virtual, you go to a networking event. They'd say, hi, how are you? You see this number 4? What do you do? And they would talk about their business vehicle. Oh, I have a corporation or a small business or a charity, and we have this location and its organizational function, and we have this organizational tree, staffing, resources. Can you see that conversation? It's pretty big. And this is what people talk about all the time. And that's, some people have no other conversation. They just think, oh, it's all about business, Nigel. And then what I found is that that business that they have is supposed to make a difference in the world. So this symbol here means change. And there's another conversation which comes before the business, which is what difference am I going to make in the world? And that's what Yolanda was sharing, right? You were giving us a glimpse of number 3 here, the impact you're going to make, the contribution you're going to make, the benefits, the changes in the world, the valuable experiences that you're going to cause, what are you going to restore on the planet, what are you going to innovate, what's the evolution that you're going to cause, and what legacy you're going to leave behind. This conversation is really happening because they're caught up in how much money I'm going to make. Now, they are connected, but before the impact is who are you? And the who is about your person. Who is this person? And whenever we're talking about the person, we're talking about their mind, their emotions, and their bodies, right? Everybody in here has a mind, right? And an emotion and a body. And then this is the question that's deep, right here on the left. And sometimes it's called the why. What is your why? You've heard that. Why are you here? What was the creator thinking when you were sent? I got a message here. Let me just check who that is. So these conversations here are so deep that most people have forgotten. What is your identity? What is your purpose? What are your gifts? What are your values? And what is your vision for the world? So this is the one we're going to start having today, and it's going to stir things up. And Yolanda was very gracious by modeling. So Yolanda, you gave us your purpose. Can you go to number 1 and tell us what your identity is?
Well, my identity, like deep about myself, or
Now, I know this is a difficult one.
yeah. Right. So I want to make sure I don't mess up.
No, you're going to mess up. Okay, rule number 1 is get it wrong first.
Okay.
I'm going to put out some of these distinctions. They're worth writing down. Get it wrong first and recover quickly. So I prefer you to give me a lot of wrong answers than to give me the correct answer.
Okay.
So
Well,
go ahead.
okay. My identify. Okay. So I'm a good-looking female.
Very good. True.
Looking forward to impact the world. How am I gonna do that? I wanna restore broken souls, and how am I gonna?
Now, yes. Yeah. Well, let's stay with number 1. This should say identity instead of identify, but it meant to say identity.
Identity.
And yes.
Okay.
Now, most people have never wondered what their identity is.
Okay, so it's who am I? That's how I read it. Who am I? And my identity.
Go ahead.
I already said I'm a female, almost 66 years old, and I'm one of 10 children, one of 12, sorry.
Yep.
And one of the few in my family that is aspiring to go further than just, like I told you, than just occupy space. So I identify myself as somebody hungry to learn.
Yes.
And I love to learn every day. That's the main reason I'm in this group, to empower.
Excellent.
Yeah.
So let me interact with you now. So most people, when I ask them, who are they identify themselves by their dimensions. And their age. And often it's their role. I'm a leader at work, and then they might say their roles at home. I'm a wife, I'm a husband. You notice that the question you're asking is, what are your roles that you play in life?
Mm-hmm.
And the identity that I am can cause me to play many roles. But as soon as I identify, when I get to my identity, I will see that I can play more roles. But most people have never thought about, well, okay, what is my identity? And so it's a deeper question. So I'm gonna come back to you, Linda, but I would like her to call on someone else who she thinks is an interesting person.
Okay, let's see, where did my names go? I'm gonna call on the lady that has from Manan to Anudis. I don't see her name. Where is that?
It's at the bottom of the square.
She's dating a younger guy, he said. So I would like to hear from her.
Okay, who is that? Who is the lady that's dating the younger guy?
Where did she go?
Moria.
What?
Her name is Moria.
No, Moria. Where are you, Moria?
Mora, yeah, Mora. Moria, are you on? Can you unmute Moria? I can see her. Is Moria able to unmute?
Oh, I'm sorry. Yes, this is me. Hi. Like I said before, I'm 80 going on 50, and what I'm here for is to experience all the joy and pleasure and achievement and accomplishment I can, and I'm trying to be responsible but also enjoy life as it is. I know that I don't have the same energy and all that I had when I was 50, but I still have the same desire for new experiences and new delights and all that. And I loved writing my 2 books. And as I said in the chat, I'm happy to send a PDF. If anybody wants to buy a book, contact me also, but I'm happy to send it.
Can I ask you a question now?
Sure.
Ooh, what's that noise? What are your gifts?
I'm very playful. I'm smart. I'm
Now, can I give you a little format that would help you?
sure.
I have the gift of playfulness. I have
Okay.
the gift of intellect. Keep talking. Just say the gift of.
I
and it
have
will
the
be
gift
much.
of playfulness. I have the gift of playfulness and of exploration. I have the
The
gift
gift of
of
curiosity. Ooh.
oh yes, and love of adventure. I have the gift of, and a love of travel. I just recently found some albums that I didn't know I had from 30 years ago, and God, I love them. So it's a gift of exploring and being open to new experiences, and it's really important to me that I make a difference in this world, whether it's through podcasts or radio guest lists or whatever.
Can you turn down your volume a little bit? I think I'm echoing.
Oh,
So yeah, that's better. When you list out your gifts like this, you know, what you were sharing is how you use your gifts. Like your gift of curiosity makes you adventurous and exploring, right? And your gift of playfulness makes you, you know, like fun.
yes.
Do you think you know all of your gifts?
I hope so at my age.
Well, it's a number. It's a number. It's like, do you have 3, 10, 15, 22? What do you think the number is?
Oh, I would probably go along with about 6 or 8.
Okay, so how many of you shared with us so far? You got playfulness. What else you got?
Curiosity, adventure. I'm a good parent. I'm a good.
Now, notice as soon as you say you're a good parent, you're describing how you use your gift.
Okay.
Yeah. So what I'm recommending now is, as we're going along, everyone just keep a notepad and have a title, My Gifts, and number them 1 to 21, like from 1 to 21. And as someone is talking, write down, oh, I got that one too. I got that. And by the time I come around to you, you'll have already identified 10 to 15 gifts. So then we can go, just read them. 1, 2, 3, da. And those gifts, these things here that you're blessed with, is what allows you to play different roles in life and make serious money in the world and change the world. But it all starts here by identifying core gifts. And what people have, because some people have already started using their gift, they describe their roles, what they do in life. They're a parent, but it's the gift of nurturing.
Okay.
Yeah?
Yes.
So, but as I said to you, Landy, it's okay to make mistakes because we're practicing.
Yeah.
All right. Now, another list I'd like you to make is distinctions. These are distinctions. A distinction is like one of these nuggets that when you hear it, you're like, oh my God, and your brain just starts opening up. And so just keep a list of those. I'm going to give you one right now. Here we go. I think I gave this last week. Identity activates superpowers. Let's write that down. And if you share, identity activates superpowers. That one means that I have a lot more power that I'm using, but it would come online. I'd be like super awesome if I could remember my identity, not my roles, my identity. Okay, so let's go back to Moria. How do you say it, Moria?
Moria like Gloria. Yeah, Moria.
Okay, Moria. How many other gifts have come to mind? Have you got to 21 yet?
Not while I'm online here. I could certainly, if you think it's possible, I could come up with it. But
well, what I'd like you to do is make a list from 1 to 21 and then fill it in as we're going along, right?
Okay.
Because you're going to hear some of your gifts from other people. And this is why we like the audience to be active, because the audience is loaded. So, Maria, who else do you think is a gifted person and your intuition is telling you we should hear from this person.
Well, every one of us, but to
Yeah, but
you,
pick one.
to
Yeah,
you,
to you.
you.
I remember, to you. I think I spoke to her last week. Okay, to you. You've been called to the stage. Okay, mute now, Moria.
Okay.
We have to you.
I'm right here.
Hi.
Hi, how are you?
Very great. Do you have this thing up on your screen, or can you see this?
I can see it.
All right. Would you like to start with your identity? Now, that's the hardest one, but it's the most important one. But just give us your best shot. Who, at the core, what is your identity?
What is my identity?
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to encapsulate that into one sentence.
Yes.
I'm a spiritual soul here having a human experience.
We're getting close. Look at that, because it's all about the spirit. On the side of the line, everything we're talking about is a spiritual concept. So definitely true. Whatever that identity is, it's a spiritual thing, being, soul, having a human experience. The human thing starts here. Does that make sense to you? Is that true?
That's absolutely true.
Okay, so now that we're getting close to who you are, the spiritual being, someone from not this world, right? You're not from this place, are you? You're here, but you're not from here.
Exactly.
That's what I thought. So, intelligent being from another world. What is your purpose? Why are you here? Who sent you, and why are you here? Number 2.
I'm on a mission to raise the awareness of unconditional love on the planet.
Oh my God, that's so powerful. Can you say that again? And I'm going to put it in this framework so that it lands stronger. My purpose is, like on Star Trek, why cometh thou? Remember Star Trek? They'd always encounter some other being. So what is your purpose, oh strange being? Go ahead. My purpose is.
My purpose is to raise the awareness of unconditional love and the energies that it brings forth to heal our planet.
Amen. Beautifully said. Now, may I enhance the potency of your purpose by eliminating a word? It's a subtle virus word. We're going to be playing with words at the same time, because this planet uses words. But where we're from the spiritual place, we don't usually use words. But since we're here, let's get mastery of the word. So can you just say it one more time, and then let's see if you can feel that word. My purpose is.
My purpose is to raise the awareness of and bring unconditional love into the energies of our planet.
Now, can you feel a 2-letter word in there to you? Just feel it, just use your intuition. Use the force, Luke. Any 2-letter word that comes to your consciousness, that's the word.
2.
Correct. What was I thinking? Now, what I'd like you to do is just remove it. Just remove it and state the purpose again. Or state the purpose again without that word.
My mission here is raising the awareness of unconditional love to heal. Raising the awareness of unconditional love and healing the energies on this planet.
Very good. Now, I think the second part, and healing, is the result of your purpose. So your purpose is the first line. Just say it again. Do you feel it? Do you feel how it's like, ooh, activational? And by the way, can you see her nodding? That means her body, this part of her frame, knows the truth. Another distinction. The body knows the truth. So that's when, as soon as the language gets edited, people wake up and their body starts activating. So one more time, just the first part. My purpose is.
My purpose is raising the awareness of unconditional love
on the planet.
On the planet.
Beautiful. Right there. That does its own work. And I know there's a specific outcome that happens when unconditional love is raised is the second half of your statement, which is part of your vision, Angel. Oh, did I sit up and reveal your identity? By the way, spiritual beings who occupy a temple, I call this a temple, I call them angels. So let me just get to the chase.
Nigel, can I ask you a question?
Yes, please.
What is your definition of the word angel?
That's a difficult question. Everybody always asks me that. I tend to avoid answering it, okay? And you know what, even better, this is what I found. My audience is more intelligent than me. So may I ask to you what she thinks it is in her wisdom? Because I trust your definition more than mine.
Okay.
And
it's a very tactful way to dodge that question, by the way.
No, I'm not dodging it, because here's the thing to you. The world has been conditioned to have the guy on the stage know all the answers. And I'm supposed to be the guru, Master Nigel, and I'm supposed to give wisdom. I have found that my job is not to give wisdom. My job is to extract it out of the audience, the angels. And they are born all knowing. I know about them. I know what they know. And what's happening is there's a habit which has been, I call it an error on the planet, where the angel is taking in information instead of giving out information. So it's a deliberate and willful practice of making sure that whoever I'm talking to is giving information rather than getting it from Nigel. You're thinking?
Yeah, I'm quite, I wear my emotions and my feelings on my sleeve.
Excellent. Excellent. Yes, because I like that.
I will answer your question.
What do you think? Well, in other words, I'd like you to gift us with your teaching. That's my point. You are a master teacher, not a master student. The student asks questions to get information. It's the master teacher asks questions to give information. So I know that question was just you wanted to give some wisdom. Go ahead.
Well, my quick analogy is that everyone here on the planet is a teacher and a student. We are the ebb and flow of energies. We gain and we give. And as angels, we give it the art.
I recommend speaking in the first person so you don't offend anyone.
Okay.
Yeah, it's 100% my story. Go ahead.
Okay, as my story, as you see my book, I survived a lot to get to here.
Yeah.
And I come with a very, very powerful message from the School of Hard Knocks. And I know that for me, I determine that I am an angel because I am the conduit to higher power. And I carry that.
That's beautiful. Message. Whoa. Can I slow you down a bit? Because you're spitting out wisdom and you're not even aware of how potent it is. I'm an angel because I am the conduit to, is it of or to? Which word is that?
I'm a conduit to the true source, to God, the true source. The message that I carry comes from here. And it's
I 100% would agree with your definition. That's the one I have too. It's amazing. I share the same definition. Keep talking.
Okay. And the reality came a long time ago, and it became solidified during my journey writing my book.
So let me just check. When you say reality, you're saying the reality of your identity? No?
Yes.
I'm not sure what you meant. Yes, great.
The reality of my identity. Yes, I corrected myself. I was thinking identity was, your driver's license. That was where we were talking before.
Exactly. A lot of people think their identity is their driving license, their whatever the world has labeled them to be, right? Their profession. No, the spiritual being knows that they are constructed at the highest form, which I think it's an angel, and their function is to channel spiritual wisdom energy into this place right here. And when they do that, bring the spiritual power conduit, she said. In fact, that's what this line represents, is that conduit into this place. It changes the world. And in her case, it was something changes. Can you tell us the impact of your purpose? I think you said something about love and.
Yes.
Go ahead, speak.
My mission and goal is raising the awareness of unconditional love.
Yes. And when that happens, something happens over here.
I can't really read the words. Hold on.
Sorry. Well, really, what I'm asking is, how will it change the world? By you being here, how does the world change?
Okay. By me being here and carrying the message that I bring.
Yes.
And raising awareness to the power of unconditional love.
Yes.
Nothing negative can live in the energy of love.
Beautiful. So in other words, before Angel TU, there's all this negativity floating around on the planet. After TU, or because of her presence on Earth, negativity was either deleted or transformed into this love phenomena that she keeps talking about. Is that what you're saying?
You're close. You're close.
Oh, come on, get me closer. Teach me, please.
Okay. Nothing negative can live in the energy of love. And I'm sure you're aware of this, Nigel, that everything on our planet, within the universe and all aspects beyond, is an energy. It's a living, breathing energy. And what we do as a source of energy, we are an energy. I am an energy. We are all an energy. Okay.
Now, some people would object to your projecting onto them. So that's why I recommend staying in the first person.
Okay.
It's a great way to model as well and to teach in the first person. It's more activating to say, I am the energy, and I know this, the world doesn't like you to speak in the first person, strangely enough. Keep talking, though.
But it's interesting because I am are the two strongest words.
Exactly. And yet in the world, they avoid it like the plague. It's like, well, we and you, they say we and you all day, but hey, well, who are you? Can you speak in the first person? Well, I don't like to talk about myself, Nigel. What? The I am is where the power is. Hence, we're in the activation game. So we're doing all things powerful. Go ahead. Anything else you'd like to add? Angel, to you. Thank you for setting the bar.
Okay. I will add one thing.
Yes.
We all, I have a soul and an ego.
What's the ego thing?
The ego is all the negative stuff that starts to cut away at my belief system. Okay.
Now,
remember where I come from. Okay. Remember, I come from a life of abuse.
No, you come
this
from
life here. Okay. This life here has brought
on Earth.
Right. Okay. This life here, which I wrote about in the book, is a lot of negativity, a lot of abuse, and a lot of things that have created a limited belief for me.
Yes. But look at your purpose now.
However, I know now that I am a spiritual soul having a human experience. I understand what that feels like. And I am the conduit to the true source because I know there is nothing out there more powerful than unconditional love.
Amen. Now, the thing is, the world will only change to the degree that Angel TU is able to activate other people to see through her lens. Everything she's saying is very clear for her, but until other people see what she's seeing, they're remaining in the dark and consumed by their ego and negativity. Fortunately, her purpose is to transmute that. And isn't it coincidental that the very thing that you're here to transmute is the very thing that this life gave you in abundance? It must know about your superpowers, that you're here to transmute it in your own life first. So can you give us a little sampling of your gifts?
Little sampling of my gifts.
I have the gift of X, the gift of Y, the gift of Z, you know, like the more the better.
Okay. Okay. I have the gift to speak from the heart and soul.
Yes.
I have exactly. I have the gift to hear.
The gift of listening.
Word.
Is that the gift? No, there's the function of hearing and the gift of hearing.
I have a gift of hearing. It's not necessarily what comes from here.
I know, it's a deep listening is what you're telling me, right? It's a superpower, right? It means you can hear the inaudible. You can hear things over here, whereas most people just hear things in this region. You can hear deep, deep. It's called deep listening. And it's one of the superpowers of an angel. What else you got? I know you're supposed to be loaded because I had a good word from the manufacturer of angels that all angels are super gifted and multi-talented, and they've gone suffering from the gift of the illusion of modesty. It's okay to share how brilliant you are. Go ahead.
I have the gift of feeling energies.
What do we call that? There's a name for that. But it'll come to me.
Discernment.
I have many gifts, but I'll just leave you with those.
You have the gift of discernment. Somebody said discernment. That's one of them.
Discernment.
Yes. What else you got?
I have many. I'm not going to give you
all. I know.
Secrets.
Why not? Why not? That's what you're here for. You're here to give your gifts and get paid, of course. I guarantee you, a lot of your gifts are in your book, right?
They are.
And your book is this. This is your book. It's a part of your business vehicle. And so what Nigel's saying, first of all, get in touch with this by any means necessary. Once you find that, and I guarantee the answer is I'm an angel. And once I know I'm an angel, automatically I'm on purpose. All angels are sent to earth to make a difference. I call them change angels. And because they're on mission, they are given gifts to handle situations. And these gifts that they are loaded with, at least 21, that's what I'm saying, you got to count them so you can account for them. Each one of them actually is meant to be used in here to make this happen. Gifted children are like, don't need degrees because they're gifted, okay? And then you got some clarity about what it's going to look like when you have made a difference. That's called vision of heaven on earth. Do you have one of those, a vision of heaven on earth?
I do, and it's not cloudy at all.
It's not what?
It's not cloudy at all.
Yeah, well, that means you got to share it. And once you share it, people will go, oh, okay. They'll be awakened by your voice, but you got to share that vision. Everything over here is to be shared over here. Okay. All right. Now, this part, let's see what you can add here. Values. Every angel is directed and governed by core values. So what is your number one core value, Angel Tilu?
Unconditional love.
Love. Is that a core value or a purpose?
It's
now,
both.
What I mean by value is something that governs you. It's an engineering term. It's like, this thing must not go past this boundary. And the boundaries keep you from straying from mission.
Okay.
So most people haven't thought that through, but it's going to come up. It will come up in the next angel. So who is the next angel, Angel Tilu? Click on call on someone who. Call on someone.
I'll leave you with one core value.
Yes.
Integrity.
Beautiful.
Honesty.
Excellent. I'm going to share some core values with you that I study angels for a living, by the way. And I've got the list of 11 of the core values that run them. I'm going to put it in the chat. But before you go, Angel Tilu, can you call on someone who's traditionally quiet in the, they're here every week, but we never hear their voice.
Okay, let me see who's here.
What time is it? 7.
Rosie.
Rosie, you've been called to the stage.
Hello.
Hello, Rosie.
Hey, Rosie.
Let me ask her. Is there any way to spotlight Rosie so we can see who's talking instead of it being on me?
That's okay. You don't have to spotlight me.
Oh, there she is. I can see you now. Oh, Rosie, how are you?
Fine.
Okay. What do you think of the conversation so far?
Well, it's going to be difficult for me.
What's going to be difficult?
This conversation.
Say more about that.
Okay, so you want me to start with my identity?
No, I just wanted to tell me why you think it's going to be difficult.
Because I don't really like talking. That's not.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. This is interesting.
I like talking one-on-one, but it's harder in a group.
Oh, really? I'm sorry. There's a group here.
I know.
Yeah, well, okay. So first of all, you blessed us with a distinction. Would you like to know the distinction that you brought just by being here?
What?
Here it is. It's a write-it-downer. I recommend to have a list of distinctions. Here it is. My voice is my moneymaker.
No.
Just say out loud.
My voice is my moneymaker.
Repeat, please.
My voice is my moneymaker.
Yes, one more time.
My voice is my moneymaker.
Now, what are you thinking as you're saying that?
I don't believe it.
Oh, say more about that.
I just, like I said, it's just really hard. I mean, probably people here know me. I don't speak very much.
I've never met you before.
Listener.
Well, this is what I'm saying. Now, I'm glad we're talking. Is it okay for me to disrupt and activate you? Activation is a very disruptive thing.
Okay.
The equivalent is a volcano, right? They have some volcanoes in Hawaii, right? And they're just sitting there, and then you just see this thing starts making noise. It starts to rumble. And then all of a sudden, it explodes and blackens the sky, and all this ash and stuff comes out. And then after all that comes out, this fire starts coming out. Woo! And then the fire sprays into the sky and runs down the side of the mountain called lava, and it rolls down and just burns everything in its sight. Oh my God. That's activation, by the way. And then it burns, and you saw the video. I saw this car parked, and it just caught fire and transformed into ash. And then it just keeps doing that until it's like, okay, the core, the inner part of the mountain has come out. The core. Notice the thing on the left is the core. And once that core is expressed itself, the world has changed. The landscape where the mountain was has changed. And do you know what we call the landscape after a volcano is finished erupting and disrupting?
No, what?
Paradise.
I didn't know that.
Well, your body's nodding. I saw your head nodding. Some part of you knows that, right? Well, Hawaii was a volcano. It's a paradise place now. Jamaica, all these places that we like, when you check it out, it used to be a volcano. So that's activation. It's an activated volcano. So let me ask you a quick, straight question to number one. Are you an angel? Just trust whatever comes out of your heart. Don't think about it.
Yes, I am.
There you go. I knew it. How did I know that? Because I'll tell you, your body tells the truth, Angel Rosie. Did you know that your body cannot lie? It doesn't lie. And I'll show you now. Everybody pay attention. In fact, we should take a little snapshot of the screen, like, oh, she moved. Did everyone see her in this posture right here? This little move, my friends, is the universal symbol of a change angel. If you're on a Zoom call and you want to find out who the change angels are, just look at the person that has their hand right here like this. And what that means that they're thinking with their heart. They think with their heart. And they're basically processing in their heart. And it's not that she's not good at talking. She's just used to being in her heart a lot. So what do you think about that, Angel Rosie?
Oh, I like that.
You like it or you know it to be true? Which one is it? You like it or you know it to be true? Your heart agrees with it.
Yeah, my heart agrees with it. I don't know if my head does, but my heart.
I know, the head is where the problem is, Rosie. That's where all the work is up here. The heart of an angel is solid and incorruptible. And the heart and the body works together, but the mind has some influence over the body. You know, that mind-body connection, but the angel is in her superpower when she is in her heart. Hence, heart-centered, heart-based. You heard that phrase before, right? Yeah. So first thing I'd like you to do, Angel Rosie, is to own your identity. So repeat after me. I'm a change angel. Go.
I'm a changed angel.
Not a change. It's not about you. It's your identity is an angel, and there's different types of angel, but this one came to make changes. When you show up in a room, there's going to be some change up in here. That's basically what it is. Your presence changes the environment. Go ahead. Let me hear it. Let me see. So you're nodding. I don't know if you notice you're nodding.
I don't know if I'm nodding or my head's shaking, because my head shakes sometimes.
Your head does not shake involuntary. Your heart is moving your head.
Okay.
Okay. And your body, the body of an angel can never, ever, ever lie. You will make if they said, here's a secret, don't tell anyone, you would melt down on the spot. Okay. Anyway, carry on. You were saying.
So what's the question?
Oh, yes, your identity. I'd like you to own your identity and see what happens.
What do you mean own my identity?
Are you an angel?
Yes, I'm an angel.
Now, how you own it, you say, I am blah, blah, blah. You see, that's how you own it. Go ahead.
I am an angel.
Are you asking a question?
I am an angel.
Are you sure?
Yes.
Well, I think you need to talk to your audience. I would like you to name 3 people and say, like, Moria, I'm an angel. And Tilu, right, just go ahead. Now you'll be doing public speaking. Go ahead.
Tia, I'm an angel. Sally, I'm an angel. Debbie, I'm an angel.
Now, can you see their faces when you share that? Have you noticed that it's good news for them? What are you thinking? Come on now, you're thinking, right? Hello?
Hello, me? Am I thinking?
Yes.
Well, it warms my heart.
Yes. And? Keep talking.
You want me to talk?
No, you are. The thing is, okay, here's the issue, not an issue. This is the activation process here.
Okay.
Angel Rosie has a lot going on the inside. She has a lot going. Her heart is talking to her mind, but you know what happens? It doesn't come out of her mouth. She has feelings, insights, but it doesn't come out of her mouth. And she thinks that she's not good at talking. No, I think she's awesome at talking. She just hasn't talked lately. What?
That's true.
Yes, and what you're missing is practice.
Okay.
And what you're missing as well, your mind has blocked you from the awareness that what you say makes money. What did you hear? I'm sorry, I can't hear you.
Okay, what I say makes money.
Yes, repeat that.
What I say makes money.
Yes. Now you kind of have a little doubt in that sound there.
What I say makes money.
Now, are you certain about that?
What I say makes money.
No, but I'm asking you, do you have a question mark about it?
A little
It's
doubt.
okay.
Yeah.
Yes.
Doubt.
Yes. Can you share a little bit about that? So we can, because that you're representing a lot of angels.
Yeah.
There's angels and money have had a bad relationship for a while.
Yeah.
Keep going.
Well, this year has been rough, so I've kind of haven't been doing a lot of what I.
No, we didn't say do, say. You got to money. Yeah. What have you been saying?
I haven't been saying a lot.
You have been?
I have not been saying.
Oh, let me ask you, how's your money? Is it gone up?
No money.
Well, that's exactly what it is. The voice is the money maker.
Uh-huh.
The more you talk is the more money you make.
Okay.
So I'm here to disrupt your world. I'm sorry, you're going to be talking for the rest of 2021.
Okay.
And the more people you talk to at the same time is the faster your money makes. By the way, this is what we practice in the Financial Miracle Challenge that I'm going to invite you to check out after this. But just repeat again, my voice is my money maker.
My voice is my money maker.
Yes. Now, because you're an angel, are you gifted by any chance?
Yes, the gift of touch.
One.
Okay. Well,
that's
one of
you
my.
You need to write them down. You literally have to put them on a list. And that's why I said, make a list of 1 to 21. And as someone is talking, you will hear your gift coming out of it. Oh, I got that one. I got discernment. Oh, I have listening. So some angels have some of their gifts active, and that gift is just dormant in you. I'm like, wait, I have that. And because the angels spoke it out, yours woke up at the same time. So now, which ones are active for you that you know you got this? I got this one.
Well, helping people feel better because of the gift of touch. I'm a reflexologist and esthetician.
That's not your identity. That's your skill.
That's my skill.
You're an angel with the skill of reflexology.
And I have the gift of listening.
Yes. What else you got?
The gift of adventure.
Curiosity.
Yes.
Yes. Make sure you're writing them down, because the more you share them is the more you activate them in the other angels.
Okay.
By the way, when was the last time you told anyone that you're an angel?
Oh, I've never told anyone.
Oh my God. No wonder the angels are hiding. It's because you're so silent. Why all the angels are hiding? Do you know that when you confess, the other angels feel that they can do the same?
Okay.
Okay, so let's have one last announcement of your identity, and then call on a person that you think is too quiet.
Oh, I'll call Troy.
Is Troy a loud talking person, or is Troy very quiet?
Well, he's not very quiet, but he is quiet.
I mean someone who hasn't spoken, because I've never heard of Rosie before until today. Now I know. Oh, by the way, what was your life purpose again?
My life purpose is to help people feel better.
Now, can you remove the to from it?
To help.
No, the word to, take it out.
Help people feel better.
Helping.
Help pain. Yes.
No, helping people feel better. Just say it without the word to, and you'll feel it strong.
Helping people feel better.
Help
people feel better.
Repeat.
Help people feel better.
No, it's just helping. It's helping. It means it's always happening, whether you're speaking or not. As long as you're in the room, you're helping people feel better. And if you speak while you're doing it, you'll get paid.
Okay.
But if you just do it without speaking, then there'll be no cash flow. You'll be helping people, but you won't get paid. Because the voice is the moneymaker. So that's what Rosie's missing. Her voice has to come online, man. Rosie, it's time for you to get talking. And we're inviting you to the Financial Miracle Challenge, because one of the main things you're going to be doing is making a lot of money in a short period of time
using your, what is this thing called?
Voice.
Money maker.
Oh, my money maker. Okay.
Yes, okay. So that's why we're calling the quiet people, because they're the ones that's not making enough money. So who the hell do you think is quiet and is gifted on this call?
Well, I know Troy.
No, don't pick anyone you know. You make more money if you talk to people you don't know.
Well, I don't know Pierre.
There you go. Let's go with Pierre. Call Pierre to the stage. Use your voice.
Pierre, unmute yourself.
Thank you. Where's Pierre? Pierre, are you speaking? What's up with this? Here's a thing. This is so people that are listening, right, are not making any noise usually. And no one gets any value while people are listening. But as soon as someone talks, everyone gets blessed.
Okay, how about William? Oh, William.
William, calling William to the stage. William, you've been called. Calling once, calling twice.
Bev, it's Bev.
Who else?
Hello.
She's there.
Go ahead.
Okay, William is Beverly.
Beverly.
Hi, how are you?
Yes, hi, Beverly. How are you?
Fine, thank you. Fine, thank you.
Yes, Beverly, you know the score. We have 5 conversations: identity, purpose, gifts, values, and vision. Would you like to start from the top?
Sure.
Are you one of us? Are you one of us?
Yes, I'm an angel.
Yes, can you announce that like you're proud?
Yes, amen. I'm an angel. I'm a child of the Most High God. That's
Yes.
my identity.
Now, everyone is a child of the Most High God, by the way, but the angel knows it with more certainty than anyone else on the planet.
Yes.
And that's why they're messengers. They're here to remind us, hey, do you know who you are? That's the first message of an angel. Like, do you know that you guys are the... So there's a thing on earth called forgetfulness. People have forgotten their identity, and some angels have forgotten. Well, in fact, what I discovered, Angel, what's your name again? Not William.
Beverly.
Angel Beverly, is that one thing was revealed to me, that everybody on the planet is an angel, but the majority of them have forgotten and think that they're their function and their jobs and their roles at home. And, you know, I'm a mom, and I'm a worker bee, and I'm a good listener. They start identifying themselves by what they can do. All right, so what is your purpose, Angel Beverly?
My purpose is to share what I've done in my life with other people so they can learn and have a good life.
And what will happen? Well, so just repeat that slowly. Now, listen to that word too. You keep hearing it, right?
Okay.
We're taking it out. That is a virus word. And what it does, it creates a gap between the angel and their purpose. So if you're to do something, it means it's not started yet. I'm going to the marketplace, which means I'm not at the marketplace. The angel is here on earth on purpose from they came out the womb. They were on purpose. So can you say it again now without the to?
Sharing my life of 68 years.
Well, there's going to be more. You've got more than that.
Well, I've been around the block, done a lot.
Let's just share in your life. Your purpose is
to share with the world my 68 years here on Earth.
Wait. What about the 67, 69 years old? Why are you limiting it to a number?
Because I've had good experience growing up, working, and all that, and now I'm retired. So there's a lot.
Oh, there's something off here, Angel Beverly.
Okay.
Okay, let's go back to your purpose again.
My purpose is to share with the
Wait a
world.
minute. Did you hear the word to?
Oh,
that means anytime you say it, it means you haven't started yet.
Okay. Sharing my life.
Period.
Sharing my life. Period.
Yes, it's exactly right. You're here to share your life.
That's right.
In other words, you are a gift, period, to be shared.
Okay, yes.
I know, but your words got in the way. Did you notice your words were getting in the way? So I'm going to just keep plugging the FMC. In the FMC, we found out the number one thing that stops an angel from being prosperous is their words. And yet all angels are messengers. Isn't that an interesting thing? They're all messengers. Have you ever seen the image of an angel? There's a trumpet coming out their mouth, which means good news. And as soon as they start talking, it comes out, and then sometimes Angel Rosie shuts down altogether. Up until now, Rosie, is that correct? Up until now. By the way, Angel Beverly.
Like Hills, Beverly Hills.
Yeah, no, it will come to me. It's just practice. Is here. Her life purpose is sharing, period. And what will happen if Angel Beverly shares her life with everyone? Just like, let's just say everyone, what, are you in California? What's the state are you in?
California, yes.
Yes. What if Angel Beverly went crazy and shared her life with everyone in California, just the state of California? What difference would it make in the state of California?
People would be more loving, giving, thankful, forgiving,
Great.
Yeah, there.
And you weren't finished, right?
Right.
You had a list of qualities that would happen to people because Angel Beverly shared herself. And she only said 6 or 7 because that's how far she's got so far. So I don't recommend you put a number on how much you're going to share. Just say share, period, until I'm out of here. But do you notice the impact of your sharing is that the state of California would change? And you mentioned some qualities. Loving, what else?
Giving, forgiving, thankfulness.
Grateful.
Grateful.
Now you should write this down because that is your vision that you're describing. The vision of California. Do you think that if you went around speaking that vision, by the way, guys, I'm on a mission to share myself. That's my purpose. My boss told me, just go down there and share. But by the way, he also, or she, installed a vision of the result that's going to happen. And it means that people's lives are going to change. Their qualities are going to change. And can I read the list of qualities to you, please? That's your homework there, Angel Beverly. Write that down, all of those qualities. And then I'm going to ask you the qualities that people will start exhibiting. Do you already possess them?
Yes, I do.
Very good. Do you know what that means? Your job is to make the world like you.
Right.
In other words, activate the angels on the planet. California has a lot of them.
Yes.
Good positioning, good marketing. So can you see that your purpose and your impact is directly related? And your purpose is about replicating your identity on the planet. That's why the angel has to speak in the first person, because she's got to model that which she's creating. What are you thinking?
That's right. That's right.
No, I'm thinking you're just agreeing with me. I don't want any agreement. Disagree with me. Come up with something.
So that's right. I want to share. I'll be sharing who I am so that people could learn the good.
Sorry. Just talk. There's some words that you're using that are interfering with your speed. That's what I'm picking up. Go ahead.
Okay, so what I've learned in life, I want to share so they don't have to go through the problems or they can enjoy all the fun stuff that I have gone through to make their life much better.
Now, question, will they value that, you think?
Yes, yes.
You're providing a shortcut to paradise, right?
Yes, they will.
Now, do you think they'll pay you for that?
Yes, they will.
Now, are you packaging your gifts and your purpose in a way that people want to pay you for that?
Yes.
What's it called? Now we can go to that conversation number 4. What's the name of your business vehicle that you're using to package your gifts and make a difference on the planet? What's that called?
What's that called? Oh, okay. So right now I have Bill and Bev Comedy Duo YouTube.
Right, that's the vehicle.
A vehicle. And I plan to have a book to
Yes.
share.
And what else?
And I plan maybe to be on the TV with Shavon.
And what else?
And to be a guest speaker. And
There is a key word right there. Say it again for Rosie, please.
Guest speaker.
Speaker, Rosie. Speaker, Rosie. That's money. She's talking about big money here. She's
Big
talking
money,
Oprah. Oprah.
Yeah, big
Bitch.
money, big money. Yeah, maybe
Everything. Everything.
Podcast.
Which is using what?
Words.
Voice.
Communicate words. Voice.
Now, can you model for Rosie? Can you hook up with Rosie or something and help her out? Because she's been dormant for a while. Rosie, you need to get your voice working. This is a working model here. And you know what she has to do to get paid? Share herself through her voice. That's it. So her vehicle is really lots of ways for her to share herself and her voice. That's it. That's her business. And notice we didn't ask her. I didn't ask her what her business was. I asked her what her purpose was. And she said, sharing, Nigel. And then I said, what difference would it make? People become angels, basically, once and they won't have to go through the suffering and negativity. Who had the calling to end negativity? There was an angel. Oh, it was Tilu, right? So you guys share. Yes, there's angels. There's a distinction here. Angels of a feather flock together. Angels of a feather flock together. How do we know they have the same feather? They have a lot of overlap in their purpose. Or they have the same end vision. With Tilu, she's ending negativity on the planet, and you are activating the highest qualities of human beings. That means Tilu goes in first, and you come in second. Like after she's done the heavy lifting. Oh no, Tilu disagrees. Tilu, your voice, please. Speak up, on mute.
That's funny. You're just funny, Nigel.
Oh, okay. I thought you can interrupt me at will, by the way. And I highly recommend everybody comes off mute so that we can get the voices on spontaneously now. So we're not going to do one-on-one. We're going to do many-on-one. You can do many-on-one. So, Angel Beverly, beautiful share there. The only thing I'd recommend is that you actually start documenting the qualities and attributes that you expect to happen when you're doing your work, so that the people know what you listen, guys. At the end of this talk or this show or this podcast, you're going to start exhibiting some qualities that you've never seen in yourself before, because that's why my purpose allows that to happen. And it's called activation. You already have it in you, and my words will bring it out of you. And by the way, I take PayPal, Venmo, right? Get paid by Angel Beverly. Make sure you're getting paid. So Angel Beverly, who else? Bring another to the stage. Let's bring 2 at a time now, because I think everyone's got the gist. What time is it? Wow, it's my 19 minutes coming up.
Troy, are you ready, Troy?
Troy,
Troy, you there?
is Troy there?
Troy, hello, Troy.
9 months. All right, switch over to the next person.
Okay.
I see Debbie. Who's Debbie?
Okay.
Hi, Debbie. Can you unmute so we can hear you? Greetings.
Greetings, Master Nigel.
Greetings, Angel Daddy. Oh, are you an angel? May I just check that?
Master Nigel, I'm an angel that feels like she's lost her wings.
Oh, well, you're still an angel.
Let me explain. I came into this world knowing I was an angel. From when I was 6 years old, I would walk to school and talk to God and thought that was normal because God would talk back. I've had dreams and visions and have seen and done things. And I am a soul whisperer. What I do is I teach people the language, the sign language of their body. For example, you have a diagram with the body, the mind, and the spirit with the triangles.
Yes.
Each circle is at the apex of that 60-degree angle on that triangle. Imagine taking those lines away and pulling those circles in until they overlap. And in the middle is soul.
Yes. Yes. Yes.
Mind, body, emotions, but it's the soul. And I'm going to tell you something, and it's so bizarre. From 7 to 17, I had a dream, a nightmare when I was a little girl. A nightmare started where I'm walking along what's like a plateau, a desert plateau, and there's a cliff to my left. And above the cliff is a black box that I don't really notice until the sun is setting and silhouetting over this black box. But just as the sun is silhouetting it, out springs this black creature with wings. And of course, I'm frightened. And so I run. And as I'm running through the park and the malls, and I'm seeing people. And as I'm looking at them, their eyes are turning black. And so I run to my home, and there I see my family, my mom and dad in bed. And my father turns over, and as he's turning, his eyes turn black. So I know I'm not safe there. And I run to this place where I think I'm going to be safe. And it is like a cabin at the end of a fairway, like on a golf course with trees on either side. But out of this cabin is two young men, and they're hunched over like animals. And I know they're looking for me. So this place of solace, I know I'm not safe anymore. And then the dream ends as I'm running away, looking back at those two men. And every time I turn, I smack my chest, smack dab my face into the chest of this creature. And every time I look up, I wake up. I never saw his face. Now, I haven't thought about that dream until April of 2020. 40 years ago, I had that dream. And for a decade before that. And it's what I'm seeing today. And that's what, it's so funny. This has been a conversation that has come up in my world in the last 2 weeks, like 8 different times. I can't believe what you said here today, Nigel, because that's exactly what this is that we are angels, Rosie.
Wow.
And there's a lot of us that feel so lonely because for so long, we're not having this conversation.
Hold on a second there. Someone's leaving. From Tony. Who's Tony?
Troy's leaving.
Troy. Is it Troy? Troy, can't leave without talking, bro.
No, I'm saying I'm back. Sorry, I got called away.
Oh, okay. Thank you. Oh, okay. Angel Debbie, your light is on. Let me just say that, okay? Your light is on. So here's a distinction for everyone. Light comes out of my mouth. Light comes out of my mouth, okay? The angel shines light out of their mouth. Is your light shining, Debbie?
Not as bright as it has been.
Hey, listen, if this is not bright, you have a high standard, is what you're telling me.
No, you don't know you don't know me.
Well, you're talking now is what I'm saying.
Yeah, well, and it was really, and I'm not getting into anything personal. You talk about, the gifts and the values,
Yes.
gifts that are just ridiculously extraordinary, right?
Well, that's what I want to hear, actually. What I'd like to narrow the conversation down to the core. Number one, you check the box on identity. You're an angel. Number two, life purpose.
Which, as I mentioned, is I teach people the sign language of their body. I show them how to understand their body because their soul is sometimes so like in a closet.
Wait, let me, what I know is that you're passionate about your work, right? You love what you do. You're on purpose. You're on purpose, okay? Now, I think one of the things I'm hearing is that your purpose is bigger than the work that you're doing. But your work that you're doing is in alignment with your purpose. Your purpose is much bigger than anything you've said already. And that's why some people, because their purpose is so humongous, it's overwhelming for their mind. So their mind just tunes it out and focuses on using one of their gifts. So we'll get your purpose will emerge, but it will scare you. I'm going to tell you that up front. Right? It's going to scare you. Like Marion Williams said, right? It's that kind of thing. Because you already, but to reveal a sense of it, it's good to start listing your gifts. So how many do you think you have? Just a number.
100.
21? Okay, can you give us the first 10?
Extraordinary strength, extraordinary stamina.
Wait. We'll say.
I have the gift of extraordinary strength.
Yes.
I have the gift.
And I just want to interact for a little bit, because you're not saying I have the gift of strength. You have the gift of super strength. So in other words, identity activates superpower, superpowers. You're clear about your identity, therefore your superpowers, super gifts are dominant, active. That's what you're modeling. You are an angel who lives in her identity, therefore every gift that you have has the super next to it. Does that make sense now? And you're extraordinary mainly because well, let's just say the reason why most people do not have their superpowers on is because they won't own their identity like you have. And this is why I'm saying you're a great model of the next level of an angel. Yes? Superpowers. So you're in the super game. And therefore you can't have a lot of conversation with a lot of people because it's like, ching, ching, this is too much. So can you give us some more of your super gifts?
I said it before, discernment, not
yeah, but you have super discernment.
Super discernment.
Now, can you distinguish discernment from super discernment?
Yeah, when I look at you or Rosie or Barbara or Tiu, I can see a moment when they were a child.
Wow, that's deep.
What they look like, what they're wearing at this moment, when their innocence kind of went away. And so what that says is that when I was younger, I didn't understand that that's not what everybody else sees. And so when I would speak with you, Master, I would be overly familiar with you, which would make you feel uncomfortable because I already knew who you were.
I know. So now you're in my territory, okay? So in other words, when you were young, you were a super gifted child. Super gifted child. I mean, there's gifted children and there's super gifted. These are the ones that get persecuted.
Shunned.
Well, shun is mild. I mean, persecution, that much. Like, yes, so this is why, oh my God, this is beautiful. Like, this is where your purpose lives, in this part of the shunning world. Your purpose is in the area that you are most uncomfortable dealing with. And it's also where your superpowers are. And your problem, well, not problem, your blessing is that your superpowers are on. And they were on early. And you're still here. So whatever you went through, you were successful. That means you are now the master teacher. I'm sorry, what? She's thinking. I think she's thinking, people. Think on loudspeaker.
First of all, I want to say that everybody here is exactly that. It just is what Nigel said. First of all, it's really owning it. Well,
the thing is, Angel, Debbie, is even when you say that and I say that, nobody's going to own it. And so it's because of this thing. There's some words. Okay. Hold on now, let me think. My brain is processing two things. One, I'd like to gift everyone the list of virus words. Virus words that's interfering with the laser voice of an angel. So Debbie, because you're in the super bracket, you have a laser coming out your mouth. You don't just have a light, you have a laser. And that's a sharp instrument. Therefore, you've got to be even more precision with your word because you have power. Power without precision is a butcher. So think of yourself now, Angel Debbie, as a surgeon. A surgeon. That's a different class of doctor. That's the world that you're really in. If you really want to own your identity, you're in that class, and that has a lot more responsibility, and you're actually more constrained. Your values are tighter. You can't do what you want to do because you have too much power. Does this make sense what I'm saying?
Yeah. It just crazy that it's happening today. You just have no idea.
Well, you're in an angel gathering, and in the angel gathering, the law of synchronicity rules. And the thing that you have is you have the sight to see it. You have the gift of sight. You didn't mention that, but you have multiple sights, insights, hindsights, all sorts of seeing. Now, everybody look at that chin posture. Guess what she's doing? Thinking with her heart. This is when we want to hear from her, when she's in this posture, because she's channeling right now. So, can you put that on loudspeaker? Whatever's coming through.
I think what you just said, when you know this on a level, it puts you, Rosie, you hold yourself to a higher standard. And right now, Nigel, I wish you would be here because I need a little coaching. And what I mean by that is that you hold yourself to a higher standard. And so it's like, you know.
Okay, I'm going to coach you then.
Yeah.
So, Angel Debbie, what I found with all the angels, the number one thing that's interfering with their superpower and their movement, it's like their design. By the way, this, I'm just going to say this is a distinction. In fact, there you go. You can work with me. Angel Debbie, repeat after me, please. Ready? This is a verbal thing. As an angel, I am the Rolls Royce of humanity. Just say that.
As an angel, I am the Rolls Royce of humanity.
Repeat.
As an angel, I am the Rolls Royce of humanity.
One more time.
As an angel, I am the Rolls Royce of humanity.
There you go. And whatever is true for me is true for all.
And what is true for me is true for all.
So all the angels who know they're the Rolls Royce of humanity, raise your hand and say, I am. Let's do that. You get to do the look at that. Angel Debbie, you get to do that. I'm just giving it to you.
And all the angels who know you're the Rolls Royce of humanity, raise your hands now.
And say, I am.
I am.
I am. That I am is the ownership. So Debbie, what Rolls Royce, what does Rolls Royce represent on earth? And you say, oh man, that's the Rolls Royce. What do they mean?
Exquisite, fine, finely made.
The top of the line.
Perfection.
Thank you. Also, what people forgotten that Rolls Royce was about the engine. That's how it started. It was the guy made this engine and it just worked. And that's why when you look at a plane, if you look carefully at those twin engines out there, you'll see Rolls Royce on the engines. That's why they put them on planes, because they just work and they don't really break. And then you add luxury and bodywork and ingenuity to a solid engine, superpower. Hello, back to Debbie. We start off with the superpower. The power is the engine. So Debbie, you came in with a power engine, a Rolls Royce engine. When you want a vehicle that doesn't break down, not stopped by demons or dragons, you get a Rolls Royce engine and install that baby in the body temple. And then you can go on adventures and never be stopped by anything. Now, it will be scary. You will be shot at. You will be hit, but you're a Rolls Royce. Now, you recover. Rolls Royces maybe stall for a minute, but it will just keep going. And it may need to come in for repairs. Have you ever seen a broken down Rolls Royce on the street?
I haven't.
Never. Welcome to my fellow angels. We don't have broken down angels on the street. And if an angel sees another angel on the street, they automatically recover them because they are gifted.
Well, I may not have broken down, but I have been in the shop for a few months with a tune-up. Fair enough. Welcome back. So after a tune-up, you know what's next? Activation. You need to put the keys in that baby and turn it. Woo, sweet. Time for action, right? It's time. 2021, as far as I'm aware, Corona was an activating event for angels. Well, then tell me this. So for my whole life, I will be still. We call it prayer, we call it meditation, we call it whatever. But for me, prayer is never speaking. It's only listening, only listening. And however, it seems like for months, Nigel, it has just been turned off. Okay. Like bad. And it's like, what is going on? Okay. First of all, it's a Tulu. Tulu? I think she said it beautifully. T-U. All right, please correct me. To it's to you, okay? Your duty is to disrupt, right? Don't sit there and listen. Listening is not a disruptive event. The world doesn't change when people sit and listen. The world changes when people start talking. Exactly. Now, Angel Debbie is a super angel. Like, that means your mission is humongous. So you have to stay in listening mode longer than most because your assignment is so huge. But your work comes from talking. Whatever the greater the mission that I have or the function that I got to perform is the longer the incubation period. Does that make sense? What I'm saying? Like, if I have a massive mission, the divine will keep me in isolation for a long time. I'm like, why did I get it? You see what I'm saying? So you've been in incubation, not there's nothing wrong. You're just like getting ready, like the download, like, you know, the new operating system is being downloaded from the spiritual internet. And that's what you mean by listening. That's what TU is saying. She's a conduit. Therefore, there's a permanent downloading happening. And listening means bringing my attention to the spiritual realm. Just keeping it there. And to avoid distraction, we put you in lockdown and social distancing. So it didn't just start with 2020, whatever. 2020 is not the beginning of social distancing for angels. Right. We were born in social distance. Now, it's not permanent, but there's a lot of download happening, right? So that's what you mean by prayer. You're having a communion, a telecommunication with the spiritual realm so that your mind is getting upgraded. Now, once the installation is down, it's like, we're done, you're ready. And then, Nigel, I'm listening and nothing's coming through. You're done. The software is installed.
Nigel, I'm going to jump in here.
Yes, please.
What I'm hearing is Debbie hasn't been able to listen like before because she's in the healing phase. She's healing.
Well, she's healed.
And she's healing and getting more information, but right now it's not the right time for her to come out and go to her next level.
This is what I do. I don't tell angels anything. I have a framework, like you saw in my diagram, right? A framework that conversations can happen, but the angel has to put that in there. So what I've learned about angels, that they're not here on earth to listen. You're not here to listen to the world at all. The only listening you do is for downloads. Right. And I'm sensing that you're ready. That's what I'm telling you. That's the reading I'm getting. And that because you're in super mode, the download had to take longer, but you're ready. And it's time for activation. Now, healing. I think see you mentioned healing. What does that mean, healing? What is healing?
Healing energies come through when there's negativity rolling through.
Oh, but
and
what I'm saying is the verb heal, to heal someone. The energy is spiritual. Spiritual energy does whatever it needs to do. But when you say I'm a healer, or she's healed, or she's healing, what is that verb? What do we mean by that?
Okay. When there's trauma in the body, trauma can come into the body in many different ways.
Yes. Now,
and the healing is a process of repairing the trauma, which enriches the body so that the soul can use it as a vehicle on its mission and goal.
so I hear you, and this is how I interpret, or it was gifted to me. And I'm going to speak directly to Debbie, because she asked me. Debbie, you were built like a Rolls Royce in all 3 realms, okay? Which means you're permanently healed, except when you think you're not. When you entertain the illusion of sickness, that's what I call drama. When you start bringing in those thoughts into your supermind, then it's going to take effect on you more severe than regular people, because your amplification factor is so high. So because of your super nature, you got to be more disciplined about what you allow in. You can't even be in the world. You have to have a, in the X-Men, Magneto or whatever his name is, he had to wear one of those shields. Yes, you got to protect your temple, heavy duty, because whatever comes in is going to get amplified.
Yeah.
And where I see that there might be a little scope for that is words, thoughts, listening, like you're listening to me right now, right? And you have super listening. If you was listening very normally, a lot of it will just bounce off and you wouldn't get it, but you're getting it on a deeper level. So what part of your job is to start using your discernment to clean what's coming into you. Rolls Royce run on high performance fuel. Your requirements are higher. Does that make any sense what I'm saying? And if you are mixing low grade fuel and high grade, you're going to be having trauma in your life. And then you're going to need healing, like you said. But really, remember I said you're in surgeon mode. You're in surgeons have isolated life. There's not a lot of them, and they can't talk to most people because the work they do is so precise. They can't even explain it unless it's another surgeon. So, Debbie, I recommend that you find your tribe. Find your tribe. Your tribe is very small, but very big, like big impact. Because to whom much is given, remember that? To whom much is given, much was agreed upon. You were agreed. You made a massive agreement. Okay? The work you're doing is deep work, but you got to leverage it so that you do it on people who have high impact.
Exactly, yeah.
Yes, that's what I'm telling you. Your thing is big because you have super gifts, therefore you have super calling. All right, we should talk, Debbie. Let me check in with my host, Angel Bettina, to see how I'm doing, because I've lost track of time. Bettina, is she still here?
I am still here.
How am I doing?
You're up to about 8 minutes left, and
okay.
I think Yoli wanted to say something more. We still haven't heard from Sally, Pierre, and Sally, Troy, and Pierre. I think
okay.
Pierre is actually participating.
All right. So which one? Oh, Debbie, can you call whoever you think should using your gift? Call whoever you think is next. Sally, Troy. Oh. Yes.
I'd like to hear from Sally. I think she's always terribly interesting.
Yes, terribly. Why use that word terribly?
Terribly.
Sally, welcome to the stage.
Hello? Can you hear me?
Yes, let's.
I'm actually driving, but I'm happy to do what I can.
Okay, Sally, can you start off by announcing your identity, your purpose, and your gifts?
My identity is an alchemist of light. My purpose for being here is to prepare humanity for the golden age, to help them through the transformation, through uplifting and bringing the awareness of this new reality to people so they can awaken to it.
Now, multiple purposes or multiple impact. Now, can you take the word "to" out of the purpose and see how it sounds?
Okay, let me think about this.
Yeah.
So my purpose is uplifting humanity into a new vision of the golden age of love.
You got muted, Nigel. You got.
Oh, sorry. The first, the period is after the first statement. That was your purpose. And everything else you said is the vision of the impact of your purpose. And I noticed that Angel Debbie was listening in super mode. And that listening that she was doing, yes, is what would help people if she could put it on loudspeaker. So Debbie, listening is valued when it's shared. Does that make sense? Like the way you listen, if you could put that on loudspeaker or teach it so that others could listen to you, we would have more super angels on the planet.
I believe that no word comes back void, but when I hear you speak, I'm listening also with where it's coming from, not just the words from the body, but what the soul is feeling and saying and thinking, and I'm feeling for that.
Yeah, so can you teach that, is what I'm saying. That process, teach that.
I'll do my best.
Well, I mean, no, not now, but I'm saying the way that you are, or the gifts that you have, is an extraordinary set of gifts. Do you think if that capacity was activated in others, the world would be better?
Yes.
Well, that's what I'm saying. Can you imagine? Go ahead.
Not it.
What's Sally saying?
Okay, I'm having a bad time.
Sally, are you here?
Yes.
Sorry, were you talking to us?
I was just trying to make the right turn.
Okay. I was just doing a quick dialogue with Debbie, but we're going to come back to you. Basically, Debbie, the way you are, like you're a surgeon, can you teach people to be a surgeon? That would change the world drastically, because now people would be able to do what you're doing on a mass scale. It's a bigger calling. Back to Sally. So what are some of your gifts?
Superpower is love. The ability to see the soul, perceive the soul in others. And part of it is healing, helping people, seeing the level that a person needs healing on.
So is that a gift that you have or a skill that you've developed using your gifts?
I'm not sure.
Okay, so what we recommend is that you start looking at all the things that you're good at and see what gifts contribute to that. That skill. So a skill is a combination of one or more gifts applied to something useful on the planet. And so people have started saying, when you ask them what their gifts are, they tell me what their skills are. Like, I can heal people, I like adventure, but they can't see that it's really a combination of their gift of discernment plus their gift of seeing and other superpowers. And once you can identify the superpowers that's under those skills, then you can teach and transfer, because you can activate those gifts and you can teach people how to combine their gifts to make an offering. All right. Okay. Who else? Troy, I think. Thank you, Sally. Troy, is Troy still here?
Sam.
Is he here?
Yes, Sam.
Oh, yes. Welcome again. Yes. Since my time is running out, could you, the 5 things that are important and it will get you everywhere you would like to go in the world: identity, purpose, gifts, values, vision.
I had plenty of time. I should be able to reel all that off, but I'm not able to. So you've given me lots of things to consider and put in order.
Well, the first one is easy. Are you heart-centered? Do you think with your heart, or do you think with your mind?
I would say in general, I'm more of a mind person.
Okay, not to worry. You have a heart, though.
Yes, I do.
Well, we're just going to activate it. Yeah, you see that thing you just did right there? That was the heart activation move. Just do it again.
Okay.
Yeah, right there.
This is I'm propping my head up.
No, it looks like that way, but it's actually involuntary heart connection. So here's a question, this simple question. Don't think about it if you can. Just let something pop out your mouth. Are you an angel? Yes or no?
Yes. Yes, I am an angel.
There you go. Identity handled, right? Then what do you think your purpose is? Just make it up. Let it flow out of you.
All right. Well, the first thing that comes to mind, increase individuals' financial intelligence.
I'll tell you what you are. You're the angel of freedom. You're about freedom.
Okay.
Go ahead, talk.
Well, you just had one of those moments where you peeked into my soul, because
that's where the purpose is.
Not without getting too much detail, especially since it's 5 o'clock, I picked up my family and I moved within a month for freedom purposes.
Thank you. And that's what your purpose is, to restore freedom on the planet. Freedom is what you're about. You're the angel of freedom. If anyone asks you, I'm the angel of freedom, man. And then, what are your gifts? You're a gifted guy. Trust me, all angels are gifted. The problem is that you have not been asked these questions before, so they just remain dormant. So the best thing is to make it up. Just like let it flow out, get it wrong first. Go. One of my gifts is?
I am trying to just decide.
Okay, no, you don't decide about gifts, you announce them. So for you, your homework is to look at what you love doing, what lights you up. When you're talking to people, right? You talk to people, I take it.
Yes, I do, yeah.
You got to work with their, you got to work with their mind. Their mind. Their money is affected by their mind. Mm-hmm. So do you enjoy it?
I do.
Well,
especially.
Yeah, go ahead.
I'll say, especially when they actively listen.
Well, it will be even better if they actively talk back to you, because then you'll know what they heard. All right. So do you love talking?
I wouldn't say I love it, but I would say I do like it.
Well, repeat after me. My voice is my moneymaker.
My voice is my moneymaker.
So that's the thing. You're about freedom, which is always about money. And if you don't engage the client to talk, then they're going to be financially trapped, right? But your work is about speech. Speech and money are directly correlated, but I think you might be just trapped in traditional ways of doing it. And part of your job is to be a rebel. Disrupt the industry and get to the soul of the people, and then you'll set them free because they naturally are wealthy. They are naturally wealthy, but because they listened to the BS, listened to the lies, that's why a lot of financial advisors have a job, because people have been taught the wrong thing and has trapped them into poverty and stuff like that.
You
So
know, I
your
can't,
word.
I can't help but just mention that military background is where you're taught to listen and to speak only when spoken to.
Amen.
And so that might be a little bit of an undercovering to work with Nigel about.
Yes.
Possibly.
Yeah.
I think it depends on the person's role. Whether they're an officer, were they enlisted, what were they supposed to be doing?
Yeah,
but yeah,
well,
I can see that. It just depends on their role, I think.
Yes, but either way, the main thing is about conforming and following instructions. So listening is very important, but freedom actually comes from talking. All right, my time is up. So thank you very much, Troy. I'm very grateful to Angel Bettina for giving me this opportunity to share my gifts. And my gift is activation, literally. And how I activate is I get the audience to talk. And talking is thinking on loudspeaker. And when they start talking, I hear the limits of their minds because they're using limiting words. And I've shared the list of virus words before, and I'm going to share it again. And what I created is a thing called the 5-day financial miracle challenge. 5 days financial miracle challenge, which Angel Bettina has gone through. And what that is, in 5 days, we like, okay, you're going to work a financial miracle. So let me just ask Troy while I have his attention. Troy, if you were in this kind of challenge, it's a challenge, which means you can fail it, okay? What would be the amount of money that you would challenge yourself to make in 5 days?
$10,000.
10,000. Now, is that an easy number for you?
No.
Right. It represents a challenge, right?
Mm-hmm.
And so we'd say, okay, we're going to hold you to that rigorously. And it's going to put some stress on you, especially if you are thinking already, I don't know how to do this, okay? And then it's going to be like boot camp, because we're going to expect you to make the 10,000. And the intent to manifest that 10,000 will start. Well, first of all, you're going to do whatever you think you should do. And the thinking is what the issue is. There's 4 levels of thinking: survival thinking, thriving thinking, dying thinking, surviving thinking, striving thinking, flourishing thinking. All angels were designed with the flourishing mind, but because they listened to the world, unlike, I think, was it Debbie, who listened to the spirit, they listened to the world and started cluttering up their mind with virus words. And the virus is like throwing, gunk in your engine, and it just slows down the mind, darkens the eyes, and the angel cannot see. So some of that stuff she was saying, that she kept on seeing these dark things, notice it's all about the eyes couldn't see. So when the mind is polluted with virus, it goes dark and it cannot see, and therefore it cannot speak. Dumb. When someone is dumb, they're in the dark. They're not shining. And the money has stopped flowing. The money maker, who's that? Rosie has turned off the money maker. So in the Financial Miracle Challenge, we say, great. First of all, you require a vehicle. Do you have a vehicle, a business vehicle? Troy?
No, just personal.
You have a business though, it's a personal business, or?
Oh, I'm sorry, I misunderstood your question. I was muting because there's noise going on.
Okay, I can hear you though.
Insurance?
You have a business vehicle, right?
Yes.
Yes. So we could crank up your money making through your business vehicle. So in other words, we're going to use your vehicle to make $10,000. And first of all, the driver has to have the mind right. And then we've got to create better offers so that the vehicle can spit out more value into the world in a shorter period of time. So that's the financial miracle challenge. And there's lots of things that come up in the challenge, like emotions. People have a lot of emotions around money, and belief systems around money, and silence, and all sorts of things. And when you mingle angels together, the good news is it's likely to happen the more angels we have attending. The angels heal each other in the session. And I found out if I mix the room with angels and people who are in denial about their angel status, humans, we get mixed results. But if we have a full room of angels, like on this call, then we start having activation. Okay, let me just put it in the link. For those who might be interested, there's an application form to attend. You can apply, but it doesn't mean you'll be accepted because the standard is high. We prefer angels, that's a qualifier, and we prefer entrepreneurial angels, that's another qualifier. And then bigger the purpose, the better, the more likely acceptance is. So I'm going to place something in the chat here for those. How do I get to the chat? Hello, chat. Oh, there you are. FMC. This link has a little video that explains the Financial Miracle Challenge and the dates and the logistics. And we can go into it deeper. But really what I'd like you to do is fill out an application form so we can have a conversation. It may not mean you're attending, but at least we'll get connected, and we could even do a little mini coaching to help you on your way. But otherwise, it's really to qualify you to make sure you'll be a great fit for the Financial Miracle Challenge. Does that make sense? I can see Troy, but I can't see anyone else.
Yes, for those who are watching on YouTube Live and Facebook, you're going to want to go to greatnessactivation.com/FMC. That stands for Financial Miracle Challenge. It starts next week. What time, Nigel?
I think it's
in the Eastern Standard Time.
Yes, I think it's 11 to 1 Eastern Time.
Okay, great. 11 to 1.
On Monday, the 23rd. It's not, I don't think it's next week.
Oh, that's right. It's not next week. It's
2 weeks. So that's why I say apply now so we can at least have conversation. Some people just need some activation to get the fuel going again. And, you know, yeah, I'd love to meet everyone on the call, to be honest with you. Because the angels, it's angel activation time. Okay, it's our time now. And there's, as Angel Bettina mentioned, the rest of the world is waiting on us.
Absolutely. And just before we close, I wanted to share with everybody my testimonial. I actually did the Miracle Challenge, and here is what occurred for me.
Hi, I'm Bettina Carey, and I'm founder and CEO of We Empower You and the WeEmpowerYourLife.com website. And I am so excited to have just recently attended Nigel Henry's Financial Mastery Challenge. I set a goal of achieving $20,000. I was able to achieve my goal with the ingenuity and the coaching and all of the strategy that I learned at his FMC, as it's coined. But let me tell you a little bit more about Nigel, because this is a man that everyone should have the opportunity to meet. He and I agree on one thing, and that we believe that there are angels on earth that are here to do really great work. And I happen to be one of them, and maybe you are too, right? So amazingly, he has discovered that there are words that we use that help us to win or lose, as I like to say. And if you've been the victim of this virus, as he calls it, it's going to continue to lower your level of mastery and your mental mastery in particular.
and it is a limiting your financial prosperity. And that's what I discovered, is that as successful as I have been, the fact that I've shattered my revenue glass ceiling last year, I still have a ways to go, or I used to have a ways to go. Now I am the money. Let me tell you a little bit more about him. So Nigel spent in 2000 5 months starting his business, just like a scene from a movie called The Matrix. And the contagious software bug that he's identified that is transferring within people's mental faculties is the root cause of all dysfunction. That's what he believes. And it sounded like an interesting opportunity, but it also sounded very different enough that I was like, oh, I wonder what this is, you know. But he captured my attention.
Do you know where you go tomorrow?
I went ahead and signed up. And over the next 20 years, he developed a plethora, as he calls it, of mastery tools for observing and leveraging the power and properties of the virus, which he believes resides in the mind and is transmitted through communication of virus-infected words. And this alone is something that everyone should wrap their heads around. So I encourage you to come to one of his intro sessions. And I'm the founder, as I said, of We Empower You. We're going to be hosting a We Empower You intro sessions, and he's going to join us here on our Wednesday meetings coming up as well. And we are going to build an opportunity for every single We Empower You member and non-member who comes through us. This is a community that we call also a movement. And it's going to be exciting times, because I'm sharing with you Nigel Henry because I've never seen anyone like him before, never heard anyone like him before. And I know he has the way, he has the words that you can win from. And I cannot recommend him any higher than that. So I look forward to presenting Nigel Henry at an upcoming We Empower You meeting this next week. And then you're going to want to join what he calls FMC, the Financial Mastery Challenge, July 19th through the 23rd. I look forward to presenting this with Nigel. Bye for now, everybody. All right. Thank you so much, everyone, for participating today. Thank you, Master Nigel Henry.